How's it going, y'all? Today, we're going to be taking a look at the oldest view, the mall. This is a map available for download on mod.io for Bonelab, and it was uploaded by the real Parabola. Now, I need to first say, I have already been exploring this map for about half an hour until I realized that my OBS was not, in fact, recording. So, some of what I say might feel scripted, and it's not because it is, but because I've already said it. But I feel like what I had to say was good, and I'd like to share it again. So let me start right off the bat and say that I have known about the oldest view for some time, but I've never actually seen it. I only found out that it was made by Caden Parsons after the release of his movie, and then I saw this map get uploaded to mod.io, and I considered playing it, but I hadn't seen the original video, so I thought to probably watch that first. But then, here's the twist. There are plenty of videos of people exploring maps based off of things they're familiar with, and I thought, what a more interesting angle than a tourist coming to explore a location that they're familiar with than to see a video of a traveler exploring a foreign location, somewhere that they've never been, they have no experiences with, they don't know what's around the corner. And I thought, that's what I want to give y'all. I want to give y'all the opportunity to experience that. So because of that, I have withheld that video from myself. And with that being said, if you would like me to watch it, and even more than that, you'd like me to do a live viewing of it where I will watch it on video, I'd be happy to do that. It seems that it's become quite popular again since all of Kane's stuff is getting kicked up in the dust storm from his movie, and I'd love to check it out. Also, it would be a really good break from the VR for a couple of reasons. One, well, VR takes a strain on my eyes and can give me a headache. I've recently, in about the last year, I started wearing glasses, so now my brain is used to having glasses on. And in the VR headset, I don't have my glasses on, so my brain is kind of wondering, oh goodness, why are you not wearing your glasses? I think I'm just going to start hurting now. And so I get eye strain, which is very strange because my prescription isn't even that strong. It's like, normally, my everyday life I see in full HD, but when I put my glasses on, it's like it just sharpens everything up right up to 4K for me. You know, I don't need glasses, but they're really nice to have. Man, I hope to get into some of these locations. I was looking at them and didn't even consider the idea that I might be able to access them through those back hallways that we see. And the rock is really strange, which, if I understand correctly, I don't know anything about the oldest view other than the surface details, so I would assume, if I remember right, I only know enough from, a 10-second Google search, that the whole story is based off of an underground portion of a real mall, which would explain the rock. But beyond that, I don't know anything. I know about the big rolling puppet, and that it was actually like a caricature of, I think, a poet for some parade or something. And let me check my computer again, make sure we are, in fact, still recording. It seems we are. I would really much rather prefer not to record another 30 minutes of video only to find out that the OBS wasn't running. I had to update my OBS, and I didn't realize it wasn't done when I hit record. So, that's my fault. But again, it was a dry run. So, now I know what to say, I know what I can, I know what I should say, and I know what things to cover. One of those things to cover being that due to the reduced amount of maps that I'm able to explore on Bonelab, I'm going to have to start getting creative with my content, and that has become my catchphrase recently. In so many videos I've talked about that I need to get creative, that I need to figure something out. But it's becoming the truth. And I wouldn't dare touch Gary's Mod. That's not to say that I don't like Gary's Mod. I love Gary's Mod. I've loved Gary's Mod for years. But the Gary's Mod exploration content is a very saturated market. And frankly, I wouldn't want to even try and stand in the shadow of giants like the Librarian. You know, he's, the main guy that I can think of. Oh, Parabola, our creator. And there's our little puppet buddy right there. Yep, there he is. And I want to show this to y'all. First, I'm going to come around the corner here. And I'll come back to that thought in a second about Gary's Mod. If we, first off, what's on the computer? Oh, it's just someone watching it. Nice. If we peek around the corner. Kitty! Ooh, tiny door. This is what I'd love to do. I want to make a map and then add my pets into it. Be very fun. As I was saying about Gary's Mod has a lot of exploration content, and I don't even want to try and compete with that unless there is something really unique that I can contribute to that, which my content is a lot like a lot of other content, and I don't know that I could really contribute anything further unless I were to start getting incredibly creative with my content. But the unique thing about my niche market here in the Bonelab community is that there aren't a lot of exploration type videos. And I walked out of this section last time and just looked. This is beautiful. This is a beautifully put together map. I love this. Gallery at Midtown, Dallas, Texas. Okay. So I don't see a lot of exploration content that isn't like hype house jokey stuff. Like recently I see a lot of videos, YouTube, when you're an active creator, you can go on your YouTube studio and it will give you ideas for what kind of videos to make based off of your popular content. And YouTube keeps trying to press me into making, I made the backrooms in Bonelab and chased my friends with lightsabers and stuff like that. And those kind of videos aren't my forte. They aren't my style. I do want to go down here real quick. I know I'm rupturing my rule of sticking to levels, but I don't think these actually go anywhere, and so I really just want to pop down here real quick and take a look. Yeah, as I thought. But I like to stick to my type of content, or at least stuff that I'm passionate about making, and making the backrooms in Bonelab and chasing my friends with lightsabers isn't very original, and also I need friends for that. So I've decided to just continue making these types of videos as long as I can, but I do want to start sprinkling other things in there. And so, fortunately enough, I am currently, and it's kind of, the conversation's gone cold, but we still want to do it. I have been talking to myself, the creator of Space Elevator and the Backrooms Withering Reality maps for Bonelab, and we want to do an interview. I pitched the idea in the Space Elevator video, I pitched it in the revisit of the Withering Reality map, and they seemed to like the idea. And so, very fortunate for me, the month of August will be a decently available month for me. My classes will be a little bit lighter, and I'll have a little bit more personal time. So I'm hoping that I can use that time effectively to make some more videos, get a little bit more inspired, and keep pushing forward with this content. And along with that, making that interview, because I think that would be super fun. So, if myself decides to watch this video, there you have it. There's my answer this month. Now, I'll probably message them before too long, since I want to make sure we have enough heads up and I want to have time to prepare. And with that being said, I will be asking questions. So if you have questions about the process of making maps, how to get started, inspiration, how to even, anything that has to do with map making, put it in the comments below and I'll ask myself, because I'm sure they'll have the answer. I mean, they've made 2 very successful maps and are kind of responsible for me having been able to get my start in all of this. I had made a Backrooms map before, but I hadn't made a Withering Reality map, and I also have to give credit where credit's due. The announcement of the Backrooms movie definitely really launched my channel forward because, well, 2 of my biggest videos were Backrooms related, which I had mentioned in the past. I don't really want that to be the center point of my channel. I don't want to be a Backrooms channel. Oh. Not to say that I don't like the Backrooms. I want to be a little more original than that. And I'm not trying to say that people who are Backrooms channels aren't original, but I want my own thing. I want my own brand. Something that people come to me for because only I can provide that. So that's kind of my plan, is to figure out where that next step lies. And I wasn't going to talk about it yet, but maybe I will. Because, well, we're on the topic. I have been, and there will be a much more proper video about it later that I can kind of announce it properly and talk about it more widely. But I guess I'll just be careful with my words so as not to give too much away. A lot of folks have commented that my videos tend to be relaxing, and I think for future content, I want to try and lean into that a little bit. I have a lot of experience with the relaxing side of YouTube, and I think I'd like to contribute to that. I'll just leave it at that. So if I can find the time to really get into what I want to try and experiment with, then you'll start to see a different type of video coming from me. Plus, it will also give me an opportunity to really have some projects to work on in my 3D modeling. Training to be a 3D generalist and soon a compositor, I really need some projects to fill out a portfolio. And I think these future plans that I have, I know what this is. And this place always smelled the best in the mall. Whether it was Auntie Anne's or it was American Cookie Company or whatever it was called, this place was always the best. But I want something to be passionate about. Right now I've been doing a lot of creative writing, and I'm actually in the process of co-writing a book with my dad. We've done a lot of creative writing together. Oh. Yeah, pretty soon I'm going to have to start going down these halls. I've done a lot of creative writing with my dad in the past. Matter of fact, we did a whole short film together. And if you're one of the viewers that really loves me, you will have seen it. Or if you love me but you haven't heard about it yet, I'll put a link to it in the description. You can also go back to the Asylum V2, I think it was V2, the Asylum V2 video I did, which I'm pretty sure was just Nova Prospect from Half-Life 2, but I never figured that out. You can go take a look at that, and there's a link to it at the end of that video as well. But it's a whole short film that I did when I moved back home from Austria. And it was very fun. It cost a lot of money, but it was very fun. And it was very unique. I had never done a short film like that. Huh. But those big projects are great and all. But, oh, that's dark. I love those big projects, but because they're so big, they're really hard to make independently and on a small amount of time. I dedicated a lot of time to making that short film. I did a lot of travel, had to make a lot of purchases. And the great thing about being a 3D modeler is it really doesn't cost a lot of money to do if you're smart with your resources. I'm going to try and go up now before I start to spread out into the back hallways. Because I've gone down. but I feel like the projects that I want to work on will allow me to have that outlet for 3D modeling. What in the world? Oh, I could get up there. Emergency rooftop exit. Oh, okay. Well, first let's check out the hallways and then we'll go up there. That's exciting. That's super exciting. Wee. This is just... I want to get a little further back here and get a good view of this. It's just... It's so cool. Thumbnail. I used to be kind of doom and gloom about the future of my videos, but recently I've started getting more hopeful again because I feel like with what I'm studying and what I want to do, there are more opportunities for content. I just need to be creative and smart about what it is I want to do. And well, on top of that, I need to remember which one I needed to go through. It wasn't this one. I want to do new stuff that has to do with the same genre because obviously I have I can't call it a fan base, but I have a collective of people here that watch my videos that like the kind of content that I'm making because of the type of content that it is. And so obviously I want to make content that kind of jives with that. And it's something that viewers that have come to this channel because of these types of videos can grasp onto. So hopefully some of my future ideas will match that. And I'm kind of content with being the type of channel that makes videos you put on in the background. Sometimes those are the best ones. Those are the best videos, best channels, excuse me. And you remember those the best. Which is why I'm not really too concerned with what topics I talk about in these videos, because sometimes just the looking around, oh my goodness. See, there's like a wire that comes down from like a transformer on the wall, and it looks like a foot dangling off a body. Very strange. But I'm not too controlling on what I talk about, because I know that probably a lot of what I say is just white noise as I speak. And I'm okay with that. Frankly, and I've mentioned it in past videos, I'm just grateful that anyone would want me to be a part of their atmosphere. That anyone would want me to just be the white noise that their brains power whatever their creative ventures are in the moment. I know that's the case with a lot of videos for myself, as I'll put them on and they're more just something that my brain can work to so that it's not going insane in the quiet. Oh, we're in the back of this store. Very cool. What a cool map. What a cool map. I'm grateful for all y'all. For all of y'all who have made an effort to continue exploring with me, to experience these crazy places, and put up with my shaky hands and head as I try and figure out how to make my video more stable. These low doorways are giving me a headache. I feel like I'm gonna get scalped. Okay, so I think, oh well, we haven't seen the other side, so I guess there are different sections of these back hallways. Yeah. So we'll continue to explore these. This is honestly just a cool map. Just walking through the back hallways, occasionally finding like dreamscape shops that are led into by it. I think it's so neat. We also got to go through that one. Dang, weird little Y junction. I don't remember if we saw this one yet. And this is this room. So getting tangled up in my cord again. Ooh, that's dark. Okay, so we saw that. I'm going to presume if there were any that we missed, there were some over there. They're probably the same. I'm going to go out on a limb because we haven't really seen anything special, but we got to get up onto the roof. Excuse me. Emergency rooftop access. That is so sketchy. It's an emergency. I need to get on the roof. Let me just clamber my way through the... Oh my goodness. Jeez. Oh goodness, no! Stand up. Okay. Oh, goodness me. Oh gosh, don't make me jump for it. Oh! Okay. Careful. Oh, it's a long way down. I'm completely safe. But if I tell myself that, then this won't be fun. Goodness me, I'm so sorry, y'all. Come on. Oh. Alright. We made it. Oh, it's so tiny. See if I can... It's like trying to run out of a mine in Minecraft. Dang. Oh, an even tinier door? See, the scale is so off. I don't even think I can get in there. We're going to have to do something about that. We'll come back to it, though. I might be able to get in with my little Bingus guy. Slowly but surely, we make our way up. Why is it all sandy? Oh, yeah. Underground. Oh, my gosh. Alright, first I'm going to go back down. I'm going to see if I can get into that hole with being the Bingus guy. Let me just... Bingus. Mr. Bingus. I mean, the scale is certainly right now. But can I even fit through that hole? Oh, I probably need one of the smaller character player models, which I technically have. I just don't want to restart the map for it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue. I'm just going to continue as this. I'm going to continue as Bingus for now, and then we're going to go squeeze into that afterwards. Oh my goodness, why do I have to sound like I'm placing glass? Okay, jumping doesn't help, unfortunately. Why do I sound like this? Oh my gosh. Isn't she the fast one? Goodness, it's so dark. Is it getting smaller? Don't tell me that door doesn't go anywhere. Oh, you nerd. Oh, you absolute nerd. All right. Understood. I fell for it. Well, that's all right. Well, why don't we go try and get through that door via a smaller player model. I believe I have a small Ford player model I can use, which should allow us to get in there. So, with that being said, I'll be right back. All right, let's see if this works. But while I was switching over, I grabbed a couple things. Ooh, it's a big flashlight. Why do my hands look all puffy? It's because I'm a baby. I also got a blicky. So we'll be safe. No! Don't tell me I can't get through here too. Over there. Go over there. Hit. Can I go in sideways? Hit. Oh, what? Oh, this is torture. How do I... What? Can I just slam into it really hard? And then glitch my way through? Almost, almost. Let's try it again. It worked! It worked! I did it! Oh. Well, this has been a really cool map. I've really enjoyed this, and it's a shame that we're really coming to the end of what's available for now. But hopefully we'll start to see some things change here soon. Also, it was quite funny. I was looking on the Bonelab page on mod.io for a small player model because apparently my favorite pack that had a bunch of different size Fords was either deleted or I can't find it anymore. So I had to find this, I think it's called P-Babies, which is really, really funny. It's essentially a bunch of player models from the game made into babies, if that wasn't already evident. But I also saw that there are a lot of YouTubers that have their avatars available there. I don't know how to make an avatar. Maybe someday I'll take a look at it. If you know how to make one, let me know. Maybe I could take a lesson from you. But this was a cool map. I really enjoyed it, and it does make me want to watch The Oldest View. And maybe I'll do that on video to get a live reaction. I don't know. I don't know if that's something that's worth a reaction to, or if just talking about it after the fact is more interesting for y'all. Let me know in the comments. And with that being said, if you have recommendations for anything else that you'd like to see on video, any other maps or creative ideas and endeavors that you'd like to introduce me to, please do let me know in the comments below. That is the best place to tell me anything. I'm always checking my comments, and I'm always trying to do my best to interact with folks down there, because I wouldn't be here without y'all. And I'm very thankful for y'all, and I've really appreciated what we've been able to do. And we're coming around the bend to 300 subscribers already, which is insane, considering not a couple months ago I was celebrating 234. So we're really growing really fast. And I'm really excited about that, because that means that folks that are interested in what I'm interested in are finding my stuff. So, if you have any ideas on what else I could do, let me know there. If you'd like to play this map, there will be a link for that in the description. You can also support the creator through their mod.io page. If you haven't seen The Oldest View as well and you'd like to watch it, I'll put a link for that in the description. And if you'd like to support me, there will be a link down there for that as well. But until the next video, y'all take care.